That's all about today's lesson, said my teacher. I wish you a nice summer. I look forward to seeing some of you next year. I stood and put my bag on my shoulder and headed towards the door. As soon as I left the lesson, I sighed comfortably because my first year of college was finally over. Now I can relax and not worry about the due papers or how I will afford my food for the next week. All I need to worry about is finding a summer job and making sure my friends don't get hurt because they did something stupid. Talking about my friends, where are they? As far as I know, beside me, the only other person who had a lesson today is Ella, and her lesson was shortly after a second. I looked at my watch and saw it was 1:15. It's best to hurry up and get lunch if you want to get to the lesson on time. I took out my phone and opened the group chat and sent a message. Hi, I'm done with the lesson. Where are you guys? I pressed the transmitter button and turned off my phone and put it in my back pocket. I continued walking until my phone rang. I grabbed my phone and looked to see who replied. Jack was. Of course, we didn't agree on what we wanted to eat. We could all agree on the movie we're watching, but once it came to food, the war turned into an all-out war. Because, in all honesty, we can't afford it. Then was the last person who wanted ice cream or something like that. While I was on my way home, I started thinking about my summer plans. I need a summer job, but maybe I will go back to work in the cafe. It is good for the economy and how my political opinions have been distorted, and I need to fix it, because it is clear that my personal opinion is not welcome at home unless they are like theirs. They come to town for a week. I haven't seen them since Thanksgiving before 2 years. Then comes the most important thing, to hang out with my friends and make sure they don't die because they will find some way to put themselves in mortal danger. I looked around and realized that I was about to get to the dwellings. I started walking faster and clearing the area for my friends. My eyes fell on a group of 3 people standing near the car park and they were quarreling. I smiled at myself when I saw them. There was a boy and 2 girls. The boy has short charcoal hair, tan skin, and brown eyes like chocolate. He wears black jeans, and plain white shirt, and a blue jacket tied around his waist. I am absolutely sure it is 5 feet 9 inches taller than me. The girl standing next to him was much shorter, perhaps about 5 feet and 4 inches. Her dark black shoulder-length hair was draped with her pale skin and her green, cat-like eyes. She was wearing a white and pink striped jacket with a white skirt. The girl was currently arguing with the tallest girl next to her. The girl was 2 inches taller than her, so she was about 5 feet 6 inches tall. Her light brown skin was matching her shaggy, burgundy hair, which was tied in a ponytail. She was wearing a black hat covering most of her head. Black ripped jeans with a dark gray underwear. I started running in their direction waving. Hi guys. I salute her. The black-haired girl smiled a wide smile and pulled me to the screeching bone. Look. Here's you. The girl laughed next to her. Leave him, Anna. You'll crush him. Anna frowned but left him. I wouldn't have crushed him. In addition, what kind of friend would I be if I didn't hug him? Yes, Ella. What kind of friend he doesn't hug, I said jokingly. Ella mocked her and turned her eyes. Shut up and go here. She smiled and pulled her to a side hug. You know I'm just kidding. I know, she replied. Hey, don't forget me, a voice protested behind me. I turned around and saw the boy behind me opening his arms in an invitation to hug him. She laughed and pulled him into a hug. Don't worry, I didn't forget you, Jack. Well, because if you do, you won't have any lunch, jokingly. By the way, what should we eat? I asked. Ella stared at Anna. Well, do you see that person here? Anna stabbed her finger. McDonald's once, but we got it the last time, so I don't want to eat it again. Well, it's better than Jack wants to eat, Anna said angrily. Disgusting Burger King. Sorry, but the Burger King is awesome, Jack said. She sighed. What about Taco Bell? We haven't eaten it for a while. Everyone turned their heads around and stared at Taco Bell. Ella asked in disbelief. Taco Bell? Do you remember what happened the last time we went there? Or not, she muttered. I vomited on the table. Because my stomach doesn't like food. We don't go to Taco Bell. I screamed. Oh, yeah, it happened, right? She muttered that day. I definitely see why we don't want to go there. Yes, You're right, there's no Taco Bell. We got to Wendy's car park. I turned to meet my friends. Do we want to go in, or will we go through the car service? I asked. Well, did anyone pack his belongings? I plan to do it when we come back, I told him. Then I vote for the car service because we all know that if we go in, we'll stay there for hours. Okay. Then 2 votes for the car service. Anna, what do you want to do? She asked. I say the car service. It always takes me a long time to pack my luggage, so the faster we come back, the faster I finish, Anna said. Okay. The car service, she confirmed, and stopped at the car service. After we ordered and paid Jack, she distributed food and started returning to the campus. By the time we got to the campus parking lot, we've all finished eating. When I parked my car, I had questions. Hi Anna, she called, and turned to confront her. Yes, I asked. How are we supposed to get into the cabin? She asked. Did they leave us the key somewhere? Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. The angel has passed us by. She told us, they will recommend some places to visit. Forgot to tell us that. Of all the things we must forget, I forgot the most important thing. Ella looked at her eyes. Well, they told me a lot of things. Anna objected. It's not my fault that I didn't remember that. Jack laughed. Okay, maybe next time you should write what people say so you don't forget it. I'm not a grandmother, Anna argued. I don't need to write things. Jack didn't say you were a grandmother. He just suggested that you write things like that, she said. But the grandmothers write things to remember. Anna complained. I shook my head and smiled. That's not what I meant, but at least I remembered. We don't want to get there and see some random people coming out of the hut and we don't know who they are. Thank you, Luke, Anna said. At least there is someone here who appreciates me. She looked up. You say we don't appreciate you. Anna held her arms and smiled arrogantly. Yes, I am. Buff. Well, I think we know who your favorite is, Ella said. It's not my favorite. I love you all, Anna protested. Wow, I'm not your favorite, I said, slapping my hand in the chest and pretending to be wounded. Anna laughed. Sorry, Luke, but I love you all. I couldn't choose. I can't believe you are cheating on me. What am I going to say to the children? I screamed. Wait. Do you have children? I thought these were my children, Jack asked in confusion. She gasped. These are not even my children. How could you do that, Anna? Wait, Luke, I can explain to you. Anna cried with her hand. No, we're done. I announced that I turned my back and walked away. No, Locke, don't leave me. I love you. Anna pretended to cry. You had the chance, but you squandered it. I told her, and she paused for a second, then turned my head and looked directly into her eyes. I don't waste my time with cheaters. Laughing. Are you sure you shouldn't be specializing in acting instead of art? Ella asked. I'm sure. Jack, besides, if he becomes an actor, who will make us gorgeous clothes? Also, you can't even make a Barbie doll. Wow, well, I know I'm bad, but I don't have to remind me how bad it is. Anna, we were having fun. Yes, I know, I replied, but if we don't pack our belongings, we won't be able to go on the trip. We're going to spend the whole week. Jack laughed. I know, but I still want to spend time together. Anna said, we haven't been to the movies for a long time. It looks fun. Let's pack our luggage, and it's better to start Ella to go to class. Oh, I completely forgot. Ella cried out of the parking lot. I have to go. I see you later, Anna said as she headed to her house. Well, since we're going in the same direction, do you want to walk with me? She asked. Sure. He shrugged. I mean another 5 minutes with you, you won't kill me. After that, Jack and I started making our way home. We talked about a home starter at the beginning of the year, but we decided not to do so because then we will share a room and spend time together with Anna and Ella. This is what we have agreed on a lot. So, are you excited about the trip? Jack asked the silence. Yes, I've been looking at her since the spring vacation when Anna first mentioned her, she told him. Jack laughed. Me too. Do you remember the name of the place? Blood Moon Lake, she told him. Owners of a cabin allow us to rent it for a week. Jacques, why is it called the Bloody Moon Lake? This is not a completely attractive name. I bit my lips trying to remember what Anna had said. Sure, I answered. Why is there something called a bloody moon? Jack asked in confusion. I'm absolutely sure that because of the moon's red pigment, I said. So I have to go. See you later. She looked up and realized that we were already in Jack's house, and I waved to him, and then Jack sneaked into his room and closed the door. I went to my room, and made a mental list of what I needed to pack. Clothes, hygiene supplies, shoes, my phone, charger, and possibly some books, and a backpack for a car ride. Oh, my camera. I would like to pack it. A pillow, maybe a sleeping bag, and a night light so I don't have to sleep in the dark. Some food and water in an emergency situation, and I might want to get a first aid kit because someone might get hurt. I finished my list when I opened the door to my house. Now all I have left is a package, announced.